Boy, look like police kill two. See Kiara, police kill something. See the little pangrong there. Yo, if we don't pass drunk for go to city right now, no fight this side no police slap or one. You know if I two of them, but one run, blood mark then at the road that goes down to Cumberland, that's down at doctor place. Police run this all look for the band, we get shot. One predator ground. A rap people, you see me?
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. You and I know that pre, during, and after the Christmas towards the New Year's. As a matter of fact, 365 days a year, Jamaican thieves are out, but more so during this festive season. Their objective, obviously, is to prey on you, being they the predator and you the prey. They want to make your merry season not so merry, a Grinch-like season. But like the saying goes, man a plan and God a wipe out. And for these two individuals, it seems as if the police fling some sort of monkey wrench in a them program. The tables have turned and now they are laying horizontally instead of standing vertically. Stiff stone cold, point blank, and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that the JCF has found themselves in hot water once again pertaining to some sorts of extrajudicial takeaway, controversial takeaway of 3 individuals in a St. James. Based on the police report, it is said that they went on a special operation seeking a specific individual. His name is Alex Medley. When they reached on the premises of Mr. Alex Medley, they came under immense fire, and you know that cliche script, they returned fire. After the smoke cleared, 3 men were seen clutching onto their life, clutching onto 3 toes, according to the police. Well, people, it seems as if the side of the police and the side of the residents are the side of one specific individual. Her name is Nicola Bingham. She happens to be the girlfriend, the spouse of Alex Medley, the target in the operation. And based on what the police is saying, Mr. Medley was the target. Mr. Medley had everything to do as it pertains to 41 boss said that TikToker losing his life. Mr. Medley is also a very important figure in the crime thing in a Rose Heights that is in St. James. So they went for them and they came under fire. Like I've always said, there are always 3 sides to every story. I want you to listen to what some of the residents has to say, and specifically the girlfriend of Mr. Alex. Her name is Nicola Bingham. She is going out and she is not holding back any sorts of punches. Take a listen, take a look.
5 o'clock and then come. And then I beat the door, say police. My boyfriend turned to me and say, oh, police come back. And the other day we give them 500,000. He turned to me and said, B, you know, say, I go kill me. I said, no, bother with the negative talk, man, they not kill you. Anyway, we hold them off. Me start call people because I want crowd come down because a 4th time they come here. When me start call people to get crowd come down, somebody answer. I say, call out the community because police there. And at 5 o'clock, me start tremble. He turned to me and said, B, tomorrow Christmas and I'm no one dead.
But he did die, and she and other locals insist it was an execution-style shooting. Her narrative runs counter to the report in which it's indicated law enforcement, upon entering the premises to effect a warrant, were greeted with gunfire, and when they responded with like force, the men were found dead.
They say, police, what me door when you come up on the veranda. We say, since the police declare on themselves, they come up on the step and we see them. When I were dead, Max turned to them and say, oh, no, me know no man. Anyway, they say, what me grill. Before we come out on the veranda, they ask what we in the house, they ask where pitney them there. Because they know say pitney live up on my yard. I say, no, say pitney them not there here. When we walk me grill, before I already on the veranda, you know, And then left me alone on the veranda with 2 officers. And carry 3 of them in our house. And be time me 3 of them go in our house, I just gunshot me start hear fire. Be a gunshot.
She said she took cover, but not before witnessing her lover's final breath.
And my boyfriend did, because he never did when they shoot him. My boyfriend vomit 3 times. When he vomit 3 times, I'm a little down and I turn around and see him. And he said, B, they shoot me. And then they finish him. When they take me out of the house and they carry me come down the road, they back up the van in the yard. I don't know why here, or they fling them in a van like a gang goat. So if they fling what they get, they half dead. And then dead find our house. In our house, we go video it, you know, because then go put it on the media, you know. One of them get headshot, because you can see it marrow and it tissue. And what they want to call it on the wall. One of them dead in my picnic bathroom. One of them dead in my kitchen. And one of them dead in my hall.
Papa dead man. So you have 3 individuals. You go in there, you bound them first. And then you kill them. Want to justice. Want to justice. You know, carry them and make them face 10 times in front of the court. That would be the right thing to do. Carry them and make them face 10 times in court. You don't just kill them. Exactly. Come on, man, that's wrong. Clear up. The one with busted. Because you, them not involved, you know, busted killing. You understand? Yeah. Lie. Clear up in here with busted. And an innocent you, them dead. Understand? You want justice. Justice for the youth, them. You understand? And we know, one busted. You want clear up up and not the part there. You understand? Police are to kill 3 men and 10 life on them.
Now, people, first thing first, this is my disclaimer. My channel is not about popularity. It's not about telling the people what they want to hear. I am sorry, I have a conscience, unlike some of the other bloggers. My channel is to get justice, truth, to get rid of the bad people, whether they are on the JCF side or the criminal element sides. I am a strong believer that there should be no mercy for the merciless. However, when there is controversy, we need to speak about it, because whenever there is controversy, innocent people can easily lose their life. So don't say yea until it reaches your doorstep, you say nay. There's a couple of controversy or conflicting or inconsistency in this whole thing as it pertains to the police. And like I said, there are always 3 sides to the story: the police side, the residents, the suspect, the girlfriend sides, and then there is a truth that's supposed to be uncovered by Indicom. But you know that Indicom is like a dog with rubber teeth. Whatever the police says, that is usually what ends up being the result. Persons don't usually get results. And even if the police are deemed to be guilty, they are going to beat it on some sorts of technicality. The police, JCF hierarchy, is going to make sure they get the best lawyers that money can buy. So let's dissect this whole situation reasonably. First thing first, you went on an operation. You say you came under fire. The lady said they came to the grill, they were let in. They took these 4 individuals, including the girlfriend. They then separated the girlfriend from the 3 individuals, including Mr. Medley. And then the girlfriend said she heard all sorts of loud explosion. Before the man died, that is Mr. Medley, he said, "Baby, them all kill me." Before they entered the premises, they had a discussion. The man said to her, based on her side of the story, "Then me not give them 500,000 already." So that tells you that these men and the police have some sorts of relationship. Call it bribery, call it whenever you dance with the devil, you get FUCK. So obviously, if them give them 500,000 before, that means that there has to be some sort of relationship. There has to be some sort of cover-up. Somebody is doing something wrong, because you don't need to be paying extortion, whether it is the police or an individual. So it tells me that these men are actually criminals. So it tells me that clears them without a shadow of a doubt being innocent. They've been doing a couple of things. However, the JCF should be the bigger person in this, meaning that if you go to a premises, you are supposed to secure the premises. Make sure that the lives of the residents, and more specifically the police, is not in any sort of imminent danger. No danger, none at all. Search the people, put them in a handcuff, put them to go hold a seat in the corner, so there would be no danger towards you. But whenever you are let into a premises through the grill, and then you go inside, and then hell, all Hell, broke loose. It tells you that somebody was not doing their job. Something was not done properly. Very importantly, the JCF received over 400 body cam. The JCF got some more body cam after that. Indicom, Big Boss recommend that they wear body cam. They know that this was an operation. This was not just some spur of the moment in which them does the 4-man or 3-man around with all sorts of tall up and them chase off of them. It is spontaneous. Special operation, meaning that there was some sorts of planning that went into play. So therefore, if you plan that, you can plan for wear the body cam, unless, of course, you have something to hide. The next thing is that I have noticed a very disturbing trend when it pertains to the JCF. When people, DEAD, are people still alive, them are hold them by hand and foot and I swing them and I fling them in the van back. So you get the same treatment whether you are going to the hospital or whether you are going to the graveyard, down at the morgue. Don't understand that that is inhumane. However, I understand if you're dealing with inhumane persons with no sorts of mercy, then probably you are going to have some sorts of vindictive or vendetta. So when you hear the police, I say, well, are the man responsible for 41 buses, which kind of put himself in the predicament in which he put himself. If them can't catch Quack or them catch him shot, not to say that it is justified, because if he is a TikToker and that is what he claims, even though he seems to have been living a double life, but that is not for me to determine. So people, me just say, in my estimation, we have some criminals on both sides, meaning the JCF and the JDF. They've been getting money before, like a lady, the lady say, if what she's saying is true, them come 4 times before, and it seems as if the 5th time was not going to be a charm. The day before Christmas, this youth lost his life. And you hear the resident, them are reel up in the place, and I say, Ray, and I said, T. But people, at the end of the day, like I've always said, don't start no ish, won't be no ish. If you are not involved in criminal activity, if you are not found in the company of criminals, show me your company, I tell you who you are, then the chances are you might not entangle in any sorts of dirty bungle, me just say. Be mindful, be careful where you live. If you put yourself in harm's way, you might more than likely get harms. And I am not saying that there are not cases of random cases of violence where the wrong person, they are the wrong place. But people, it seems as if the whole of this thing is just wrong bang, pantapa, wrong bang, and it's a whole bunch of bangarang. Point blank and period.
And look at it, just get some shit in the way now. She left my foot and squeeze it, so. Oh, God, Jesus Christ, we can't say Christ, bro. Help me, I just said no, we're down. Help me now, uncle, help me now. Help, oh, man, nobody now, people, no way. We got to
yeah, we're gonna put her on there. Put her on the bed.
Can you just hang on a second? We hear you, but we can't get you out. We're so tired to get you out.
Mike, go ahead. That's okay, I have it, John. You're doing great.
The fire truck coming. The fire truck is here. You just ease up the pressure.
Hey, let's go.
You just pull over on a chair.
Oi!
Pressure them on the foot.
Let's go.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called Bad Habits Die Young. I am going to explain further on in this section of this news. The picture that you see on the screen is of a young man, Jamaican, living in Cayman. He has been living over there for in excess of about 2.5 years. His name is Romario Jacket, Jacquet, not as in jacket, as in jacket son. Based on information, it is said that on Boxing Day in Cayman, this youth went to a staff party. He works at the airport. You know, people keep their annual Christmas party. Based on the information, it is said that he is not a drinker. As a matter of fact, based on what eyewitness said, or persons that were at the party, his co-workers, he did not drink anything. After he left the party, he was on his way home in his motor vehicle driving. It seems as if speeding might have been the cause, the motive behind him losing control. He hit into a tree, looked like a palm tree. You know, whenever there is an immovable object and there is force, as in a car speeding, it wrapped around the tree and the impact caused him to lose his life. He was battling for his life in the video that you saw, edited version, because of YouTube's policy. However, he would eventually lose his life. The father said he made sure that he brought him from Jamaica to Cayman to give him a better life. He is a jovial youth, not involved in any sorts of criminal activity, hard-working youth. Needless to say, the family member in a Jamaica, the family in a Cayman, sister, mother, father, brother, they are all distraught because they cannot believe that he lost his life. And again, just for clarity, he was not drinking, he was at a party. He was leaving, he was down the road from his home. So I guess the family might have got some sorts of tragic phone call or heard the impact. Went out there and saw it, and you heard the family members in the background, their reaction. Obviously, they are going to be traumatized, distraught, you name any sorts of adjective. So people, once again, Cayman is a place where the money probably bigger than the US are on par. Cayman is a place that is known for offshore banking, rich place, not like Jamaica rundown. A place where you can make money if you choose to work hard. This man was doing the right thing. However, the wrong thing probably came back and haunted him. The natural instincts to speed, heavy foot press pedal to the metal. And people, I don't know the circumstances in which this youth lost his life. Condolences to his family, friends, loved ones, co-workers. But me just say, unless somebody bad drive him, based on how the car hit that tree and wrapped around that tree, literally, it tells you that he might have been speeding. So, like I said, bad habits usually die young. In this case, it seems as if that is the case, point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called Just Like the Father, Just Like the Son. This is the remix. Just like the brother, just like the next brother. I am speaking about the brother of Christopher Dogpaw Linton, notorious gangster that was taken out controversially. After he had went to prison for a couple of murders, came back out, claimed that he was a new man, he is doing the right thing. Based on what the police said as it pertains to Dogpaw, there was some sorts of confrontation, shootout after the smoke cleared. Mr. Linton Dogpaw was seen clutching onto a tool, clutching onto his life. Controversial again as it pertains to the JCF. When Dogpaw lost his life, his brother was very vocal. his brother was saying that his brother Dogpaw, meaning Roger, was saying that Christopher was taken out unjustly. It was extrajudicial. Well, people, it seems as if the fate of the brother came back and haunt the next brother. Based on information, it is said that there was some sort of confrontation with the JCF and the other brother that was alive, and the police unalive him. Don't know the circumstances, don't know the details. As soon as I get some more pertinent information, I'll be sure to divulge ASAP, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.